I am live now. And I shouldn't have an unstable connection. That's crap. I got good Wi-Fi. Good Wi-Fi. There's my cat butt. Cat butt. Hello, kitty. You getting in my papa's on? All right, I'm going to give it just a second. Because that's still wet anyway. So, all right, let me explain what happened. I have used my, that looks like garbage. I have used my last, oh no, it doesn't. It's the water. Oh my gosh. I've used my last good cup for the last tutorial live, and apparently YouTube shuts you down if like you don't pay them dues or whatever. Oh no, it does have some bald spots. That's okay. So while we're waiting on people to join, I'm gonna have to let that other one dry, but I'm gonna be. Now you get to see the finished part of the other one, and then we'll show the steps that you missed. I don't know why it did that, but so hopefully this doesn't suck, because I've never done this on the live before. In fact, I've never used a popsicle stick to glitter a cup before. But I want to be, this is precious. This is precious custom glitter. So I don't want to just dump it on there all willy-nilly. See if anybody does pop on. You guys are up late, probably working, not wanting to watch me, that's for sure. Just kidding. I love watching tutorials while I'm working on cups. It's inspiring. It's kind of looking pretty. Bottom probably ain't great, but that's okay because it's going to have my sticker on the bottom. Whether it turns out awesome or sucky, I put a lot of love into this cup. So, I'm going to show it off. I might have to glitter all of my cups like this. This is pretty cool. I'll have to mute my computer again. Okay. So that's basically all I want to do to that one. I want to keep it simple. Keep it simple, Sarah. My name's not Sarah. My name is Tracy, and I'm very weird. But it's okay, because my husband loves me anyway. All right. So let me get turned back this away and get this plugged back in. Awkward. I was way more confident the first time. Not really. So, where we left off last time was basically this, and then we decaled. I am not going to decal this one, just because I don't have time to cut another decal. So what I am going to do is pop that off of there. Oh. Let go. Let go. It's like it's giving birth. Yes, I'm very strange. I've already warned you. You have been warned, fair people. Okay. So, look, everything's a hot daggum mess now because I'm scrambling. And, all right, so this one, I ruined the plastic casing because impatience. This was on the one that you just saw me glitter. I did not let it dry enough and slid it on, and that's what happened. So I had to touch up the paint by hand and use the plastic from this cup to finish that one. So now we're just going to kind of do this like hot mess whatever thing. I'm going to try to be I'm just going to be creative. My kids want one of these, so you know what? We'll give it to them. They don't care. They just want glitter floating in a cup, right? This is my very, very last one of these. So it'd be a shame to like, so I'm just gonna kind of make this like a graffiti one. I've got a few layers of different color spray paints. So I'm just getting creative with it. Just to show y'all the last part of what to do. Okay, that's good enough for me. All right, by the way, this is a nifty little thing from the Dollar Tree. I put my acetone in it so I don't have to get my other hand that's holding the cup in acetone because I'm not graceful. But yeah, little pump, Dollar Tree. Love the Dollar Tree. That's where I get a lot of my stuff from. Okay, this is where we basically got cut off, was sliding the globe part onto the cup. So this is Loctite clear silicone waterproof sealant. And I am going to need to get a glove for this because I am messy. Eep. And now I know that it's going to cut me off right at around the 27-minute mark, so I've got to do this quickly. Okay. So it's very, very scientific. Not really. This comes with, when it's brand new, comes with a nozzle. The only problem with the nozzle is that there's no way to seal it to where it's airtight and the whole thing won't just dry up. So I have to, I kind of prefer this anyway because the first time I did it with the nozzle, it was a really thin bead and it didn't seat well and it leaked all through. It was awful. So I am going to try to do this to where you could see it. I'm basically squeezing lightly. And I'm making it's not going to be a bead. It's going to be more like caulking is what I can compare it to. And I'm making sure that it is touching. I'm balancing it on the rim of the cup and just aiming it into the rim. And it needs to make contact with the rim and the cup. And if it doesn't, it has a hole, I go back and squeeze a little bit more in there. It's okay if you have overflow. You can clean it up with alcohol, which we will be doing. Hopefully my other one is actually set up enough to where we can add water. I said in the first part, when we were sitting on this part of it, to make sure you wait the full 24 hours or at least, I'm getting off track here, at least overnight. To let this stuff seal real good. We're not going to do that. So this is a what not to do. Oh, and I'm scraping off some paint. Okay, cool, because I'm done anyway. Perfect. Now I got a little bit on my cup, but that's okay. Let me get my rubbing alcohol. Look, I had all my stuff cleaned back up. Now scrambling, y'all. So rubbing alcohol is perfect while this stuff is still wet to remove it without damaging the rest of your cup or damaging the plastic. Okay, so once you've got a nice thick bead in there, like I said, see, there's a little gap right there. That's going to be a problem spot. That's going to be a problem spot. Make sure that you go all the way around your cup and just eyeball it. Make sure that you have contact with the cup and the lip. Sorry, I know you can't see this part, but I'm right-handed and right-eyed. So there, I fixed it. And it's okay to have a little bit too much of this stuff. It is okay. It dries pretty darn clear. And after you get the water and glycerin and glitter all flowing in there, you really cannot tell. You just can't tell. Okay, so this is where you're going to see why you cannot epoxy, you cannot glitter this part for this cup, because this concaves and it's so close. Like when it comes to right here, there is a hair's breadth of space. So to seal any decals or like on my little mermaid scale tumbler that I did that you didn't get to see for the last part, if you're just now jumping on, I sealed the glitter with Krylon triple thick clear glaze. I love this stuff. It's my go-to for when my girls say, my friend has a birthday party today. Can you make her a cup? Done, son. I just use 5 coats of that, and it's good enough to give away as a birthday present because they tear them up anyway. So this, I screwed up just ignore it. It's going to be a kid's one. And I just make sure it's even all the way down, and then you just push straight down. It goes on really, really easily. And see, we have some overflow. That's okay, because we're just going to get our alcohol-soaked paper towel and just clean that up. And actually, it's kind of funny that I'm actually doing this because I'm going to be putting more on the outside, but I want to be able to control it. I'm a little OCD. So and that's the way, actually, this is what I do. I screw on the bottom really tight, not super tight, but tight enough to where it's got a good seal, and it pulls the whole thing together. So you can just let it sit like that, just like that, overnight. Thirsty. So this is the one that we did in the last part of the tutorial. Man, I cranked that sucker down. Ow! Okay, I got it. Muscles. I don't need no man, but I like them. All right, so imagine this has been sitting overnight. We're going to just pray that this works. So I will take a little bit of the Loctite. I didn't do this earlier because I let my mermaid one sit overnight thinking it would be fine. It leaked just a tiny, tiny bit. It had the tiniest little pinhole leak. So this is hard to show you. I'm going to just move. Hi, how you doing? I'm going to move this way because I'm right-handed. So I know the lighting's not as good though. That's the issue. So I am just taking a little tiny bit on my finger. Okay. And I am pushing it, I'm pressing it, pressing into that seal, that seam. And I'm just bringing it around. And yeah, I don't know why I wiped it off, just because I've done it 4 times before. And spreading it, it does not need to be super thick. Actually, the thinner, the better, appearance-wise. And this worked earlier. So you go all the way around. I'm just pressing it in. And again, it's really easy to clean up the excess, which I'll do here in a second. I'm really hoping that this was set enough to not leak on y'all. And if it does, it does. But hopefully we'll get it turned upright fast enough to where it won't matter. You know, because the air goes to the top. All right, so I've got it all the way around, and I'm just going to go around one more time and just really press it in around that seam. Okay. So that's how it looks. Looks like snot. Looks like you just mucusated all over that. That's a word, right? And throw that away. Put that up, and then we're just going to take the corner of our paper. You know, I'm going to get a new paper towel. I'm going to fold this up and get a corner wet just so I have control over where I clean. You hear my creaky old lady back there? She needs to be adjusted. It ain't perfect, but I built it and rebuilt it like 3 times. And that sucker does turn successfully 5 cups without wonky bottom. So I'm happy with it. Okay. So now I'm not going to the seam at all with this. I'm just cleaning like 1/4 of an inch up. I'm really bad at measurements too, but you can see the difference from there to there. I'm just cleaning it off just a little bit just to get a smoother edge. That way, if you decide to leave it as is, or you could put like a couple of rhinestones. I saw a lady in one of the Tumbler groups put some rhinestones on hers, and I was like, oh, that is brilliant. Girl, hide that little line. Okay. Now, I'll go in with the dry corner and just one more time. Make sure I got all that, a nice, as smooth as possible line, y'all. When I'm doing this for real, it's a little bit neater. I'm not even going to lie. And then I'll hit the stainless part too, just under that seam. I just don't want to wipe it off of the seam. Oh, gotta hurry. I got 9 minutes left. Okay. So there it is. Now I will be getting a paper towel to hold under it because I'm not 100% sure about this one. And I need a little bit more water. Ew. 1 second. Again, if you didn't catch the live last time, I used filtered water. I don't know if you have to or if it's like necessary or anything, but I do because we live on an island and the water here is not the best. It's drinkable. I just wouldn't do it. Okay, so if we're successful, I fill it up. Everybody has their own opinions on glycerin and water ratio mix. That's fine. I'm not here to argue. I just decided to fill it up all the way to the bottom of the stainless part with water, and then I will top off with glycerin and I will add the water, then the glitter, then add the glycerin and give it a little twist. And when I see the glitter kind of move how I want it to move, where it's kind of like it's just floating and suspended, which is how I like it. Other people like it falling real fast. That's fine. Everybody has their own way. But then I'll add water or glycerin to see how I like it. So let's see. Fingers crossed. Y'all hold your breath. Cross your toes. I do like how big this opening is. Because I don't need no little tiny funnel or fancy syringe. I went out and bought a turkey baster syringe just for this, and turns out I didn't need it. But it's good to have. I think we're okay. Give a thumbs up if you're happy. Okay. I think we're going to be okay. At least for a minute. All right. I got my glycerin. Let's see what kind of glitter I want. I want silver and gold. Keep it simple. And chunky black. Got a rule of 3. For some reason, I just want 3 glitters. All right, so I'm going to start with the chunky black. I'm going to do it over the floor because it's going to probably spit at me. So we've got water so far. And what I've discovered very quickly with these is a very little bit of glitter goes a very long way. Going to do this quickly. That should be good of the gold, honestly. And then still no. We might have a couple of drips trying. Nope, that looks like it's the silicone. Okay, cool. And then a little bit of silver, just a smidge. Oh, that was too much. That's okay. But now I will get off in there. I'll give it a little twist. And actually, at this point, I can move y'all back over here so the lighting's a little bit better. Here we go again. Better? All right, so I'll twist it a little bit just to kind of get that glitter wet and down there. Or try to get it down there. Why are you being stubborn all of a sudden? Okay, so we've got some glitter falling. That's good. And I just got that mess all over my hands. And I'm running out of time. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Please stand by. I can't stand that stuff. That is like worse than epoxy on your hands. It is boogery snot. It is very not pleasant. Is that a way to say that? Very not pleasant. All right, now for the glycerin. Vegetable glycerin will work. This is vegetable based. It is 99.5% glycerina anhydra. I don't know what that means, but whatever. Sounds good to me. And I'll just kind of squirt. And there goes the glitter. It's starting to whee. And what I love about this, I have not tried the storyboard yet, but what I love about this cup is that you can literally fill it you can fill it up to the brim just like this. You don't have to have the syringe to finish it. All right, let's see how we're doing. I think that's going to be perfect. See how it's kind of suspended there? Now, here's the thing, though. It's hard to tell what's suspended because right there, my paint is already bubbling. But right there, it is like a hair's breadth of space. So chunky glitter will get stuck there, and you got to shake it up pretty good. But, I mean, it doesn't, like, stay there forever. It's just, it'll get a little stuck. Okay, so I have got this to the brim filled. All right. It is like quivering. And then what I love about this is it's a one-stop bottom. Now, if you are going to epoxy over the whole cup, which I plan to, I haven't sealed any of my bottoms, and it's been tight enough seal that it was pretty leak proof. If you are not going to epoxy over it, I would seal it. Okay. So there you go. Yay. I'm glad it was set enough. Now I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Mix that glycerin and this actually turned out really good. I'm really happy. There you go. Glitter globe. See, now it's getting all stuck there. And that's probably my fault because I did not seal this one. There you go. You just kind of got to coax it. That's where they get stuck, though. And when I epoxied my last one, this one is leaking. When I epoxied my last one, that's where all the glitter stopped. None of it went up there. So if you like turn it upside down and kind of coax it down there, it might work. So this one is not super successful just because it did not sit overnight. But you get to see how to do it. And it's still going to be pretty eventually. Whee. It is sloshing all over the place. I don't know where from. All right. Thank you so much for your patience with the technical difficulties that we had. Sorry, this one wasn't as charming as the first one, but now you get to see the finished part. And I did finish glittering that one. And it's going to get one more coat of epoxy. And I might do some rhinestones on it. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And I will maybe do this again. Stop making so much noise. Not you. Bye, y'all.